Hello, welcome to the Owl and the Outlook, a news and local stories podcast where the neatest news is unveiled for you. I'm your host, Joy Morgan. Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in today. I'm your host, Joy Morgan, and today I'm happy to introduce Dr. Joanna Foster, the director of the Sociology program at Monmouth University, as a guest for today's episode. Today, Dr. Foster is going to talk about her former coworker, Kristen Gillette, and her mission to raise funds for research on pediatric brain and central nervous system tumors through the Kortney Rose Foundation.
Perfusion of brain.
So he's stuck in and all as well?
Kristen Gillette is a former Monmouth University staff member and has since developed her own nonprofit organization dedicated to finding cures and keeping tumors off of kids' minds. As an inspiration to many, Gillette has been educating the public on the deficit of funds used to find cures for pediatric brain cancer. The National Pediatric Cancer Foundation states that only 4% of federal government cancer research funding even goes to study cancer within children. They also mention that less than 10 drugs to treat childhood brain cancer has been developed since 1980. Aware of these issues, and after suffering the loss of her 9-year-old daughter Kortney Rose in 2006 to brainstem glioma, a rare brain tumor, Gillette decided to dedicate her life to what soon after became the Kortney Rose Foundation. I'm happy to share with you now comments and testimony regarding Gillette's mission from her coworker and friend, Dr. Foster.
I know Kristen because she was the former secretary here in the Department of Political Science and Sociology, so I've been working with her. I did work with her for probably about 5 or 6 years before she moved on to her position now as executive director of the foundation.
That's awesome. And did you know about her story and about Kortney?
I did know about her story when we first met, and was just amazed by her ability to withstand such a tremendous loss and to be able to transform that loss into such a wonderful gift to so many families and children. And so she is really a hero to all of us here in political science and sociology. And I did learn through Kristen over the years just how little research money is devoted to trying to understand childhood brain cancer, and so the fact that she's been able to really raise up, the critical importance of fundraising, for kids, has really been a lesson, for all of us, here in the department and on Monmouth's campus. And obviously, she's had an enormous impact in our community and really nationwide. So we're just so proud of her. Yeah. One of the lessons is just how little the conditions of kids in this area is seriously, and the lesson too, I think, is the ways in which it's there's often other interests, financial interests and political interests that are connected to what kinds of research gets funded. And I think the lesson is how much we all need to really advocate and organize, for the fair distribution of research funds for all communities, and especially our kids. Through her grit and her determination and just the kind of personality that she has, that she draws people in, and what an honor to Kortney, and that she's been able to bring us all in and to get to know Kortney, even after she's gone. It's just a beautiful thing.
The Kortney Rose Foundation now has raised nearly $2 million for research on pediatric brain and central nervous system tumors, with the intention of discovering better treatments and potential cures. The success and support speaks for itself, all because one woman decided to make a difference in the name of her daughter. As Dr. Foster mentioned, there is a corrupt financial and political agenda which determines the use of our public research funds. Unfortunately, this affects the millions of citizens who suffer from under-researched diseases. The American Sociological Review released a scholarly article that suggests disease research advocacy groups can have 3 types of political outcomes: direct benefits, distributive changes, and effects within the existing systems themselves. Thank you all for your attention today, and thanks to Dr. Foster for offering time to discuss such an important issue. Thank you also to Kristen Gillette and all of the members of the Kortney Rose Foundation for dedicating your time to such a valuable and important cause. I encourage all of the members of the audience to research more about the Kortney Rose Foundation and their mission at www.kortneyrosefoundation.org. And I'm your host, Joy Morgan, happy to share. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of The Owl and the Outlook.